it's Candice Dickinson here, Artistic Director at HART, and I'm so excited because I'm talking today to the one and only Steve Lloyd about our upcoming production here at HART, Washington Place. So Steve, how are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Good.
Of course, I have a horrible fear of heights, and we're on top of a building.
Exactly. This beautiful portrait that Jimmy's working on for us for the show. Now, I normally start these interviews off with, let's remind the HART audiences how they might know you, but I don't feel like we need to do that for you.
No, probably not.
If there is anyone who's new to HART, this is the man who built HART Theater. He was the executive director here for 32 years?
33 years.
Yes.
Like Christ.
Just like. And he's who I took over for. So he was very generous to bring me on and train me. And I'm so excited to have you back directing it.
Thank you. It's been great being here.
Yay.
I've had so much support on this show.
Oh, thanks. Good.
It's just coming together better than I could possibly have imagined.
Oh, good. Yeah, well, speaking of imagining it, again, the kind of where we start these interviews is how it got into the 2026 season. 2025, I did it again. The 2025 season, my mind's on the future. And I really think, I'm pretty sure that this was the very first show when we were starting the 2025 lineup that I was like, this is going to be in it. I remember having a conversation with you early on about 2025 and kind of telling you like, hey, I definitely want you to direct, and this is a show you had told me about that you had wanted to do while you were still the ED here at HART and hadn't gotten a chance to. And
yeah, it was introduced to me by David Hopes, who is the playwright. And David he's retired from UNCA. He is a poet, a novelist, and a playwright. Quite accomplished.
So much.
Yeah,
He's
done a lot. But he's also appeared on our stage, and I've directed him a number of times, and so he sent it to me, and I loved the play, and then just needed to find the right spot to put it in.
Yeah. And I think it worked perfectly with our season that was very female forward. The show is 6 women and 1 man. It's about the women who worked at this factory.
It's got great roles for everybody in the cast. They all have these incredibly rich moments that they get to play.
Yeah, it's a really good show. And I think I believe, don't quote me on this, but I think this is the third performance of this ever. I think they did it at the Magnetic, they did it at Asheville School, and now we're, I think, the third theater to produce this.
And this may be the most elaborate production.
I agree. Yeah, definitely.
Those spaces are more limited, and fortunately, what I needed mainly for the set for this show were 5 sewing machines dating from 1910, and they just appeared.
I know, isn't it? I remember you said this to me when you were training me for this role, that you were just like, there's something magic about these buildings, there's something magic about this spot, that things just come when you need them.
I know.
And I've had the same experience. It's crazy.
We did the Grapes of Wrath 25 years ago, and I put something in the newsletter about needing a 1930 beat up pickup truck, and one appeared.
Right? Just all the crazy. Well, let's get into what this show is about. Tell us a little bit about it, the synopsis, if you will.
It's about getting to know 5 women who work in this sweatshop, who are all young immigrants and are just trying to get by. And the people who are their bosses, and the other a couple of other characters who work there, and it is a day in their life. Unfortunately, it is the last day in their life, because the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory in, I think it was
1911.
Yeah, 1911, spring of 1911.
March 25th. I was just talking to Lainey, who was the dramaturg for this, and March 25th is my sister's birthday, so now it's in my
There
head.
you go. At the end of that day, there was a fire, and it was one of the most, to building codes, it is what the Titanic is to ship building codes. It was such a disaster. The factory was on the 12th through the 14th floor, and the doors were locked. The only door that wasn't locked opened in. That's the reason that all exit doors open out, is because you can actually get out, but they could not. And most of the 149 people who died in this jumped from the windows. They had to close off the streets to keep people from being injured by the falling bodies.
That's crazy.
That is the last 30 seconds of this play. This play is about getting to know these women. And one of the magical things about it is David, the characters are named after these victims. And David found out as much as he could about the actual victims to base these characters on. So in a lot of ways, becoming invested in this and getting to know them is a way of honoring them for what they had to endure.
Yeah, and then the change that it made afterward, after their deaths, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you keep using an analogy that I love and that I've adopted too about the comparison with the Titanic.
It's like how many times have you watched the movie and you know what's going to happen?
Yeah, it's going to end in terrible tragedy.
There's not going to be enough room on that door.
Yeah, exactly. There was enough room on the door.
So it's like you'll watch it over again because you really fall in love with the characters and you care about what happens to them. And in this piece, you're getting to know these women who are
Lovely.
funny.
Yeah,
they're funny and they're
falling
singing
in love and they're talking about, and complaining about their boss and, all the things that you have with your workplace friends.
It's a day in the life of these women, and you care about them, and then suddenly you find out what happens to them.
Yeah. So it is, it really is kind of like a slice of life show.
It is.
But it's, just a very significant slice of these people's life.
It makes all the things that you get to know about them richer because of what is going to happen to them at the end.
Yeah.
But it's not about what happens to them. It's about getting to know them and honoring the life that they had.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, which I think covers kind of what the message of the show is, what it's about, and how you're trying to build it. Visually, like you said, we are, I think realizing this production a little more than it has been at the other places. I'm really excited for David to get to kind of see the set and see what we've created. If you hear tiny brush strokes behind you, it's because we have Miley working on scenic painting right behind us right now.
I know, it's like the show is getting some really significant support.
Yeah, and you put together beautiful projections that are really about from the actual
event. So it gives it a visual element too. And the costumes are great. I've got a wonderful costumer. I've got a wonderful lighting designer
who both worked on the original premiere of the show too. So they were really familiar with it, which also speaks to the show. Both of them, both Karen, our costumer, and Jason, specifically wanted to work on this show because they enjoyed it so much the first time they worked on it. So, and I've just gotten so much feedback from the community, from actors, of just like, oh, this is one of my favorite original works from this area that I've ever seen.
And I have to say, I have an incredible cast.
Oh my God, they really...
They are all so good. It is just mind-blowing.
Yeah.
I perfectly cast this show.
Good.
You're never quite sure because you cast it based on an audition that's just a few minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
And then I get back and it's like, oh, the one who's supposed to sing can sing.
Perfect. Yeah, even when we just came the other day for promo pics, they were so cute. You can tell how much of a camaraderie they already have and how much of an ensemble they already are becoming.
Yeah, they really do.
Oh yeah, we were we were really struggling to get the serious 1911 photo because they kept making each other laugh. So it was very sweet.
Yeah.
So let's we've talked about a lot of great stuff, but we know every show has challenges. So what has been a challenge you've had to overcome for this?
Well, I thought it was going to be getting the sewing machine.
Me too. Yeah.
That's and they all just kind of fell into my lap.
Yeah.
One of my.
I was so excited because I kind of had a freak out moment about 4 weeks back where I was like, oh my God, we have that show coming up with all the sewing machines and I was supposed to be looking for those all year. And then we had our meeting and Steve was like, oh yeah, I have all of them.
Yeah,
it was the best.
The theater had two.
Yeah, only one actually. Remember, you thought we had two.
No, you do have two of those. Yeah.
Oh,
you have a cabinet, and I knew that if there was
he still knows the theater better than I do.
you knew there was a cabinet.
Yeah.
I knew that if there was a cabinet somewhere,
There
there
had to
was
be.
a sewing machine, and I went up and found it.
You're the best.
So two of those that are out there are HARTs. Two of them belong to my stage manager, and one of them belongs to one of my neighbors. So all of these people are just like, oh yeah, you
I
can
got
have
this.
them.
I used to have one, but remember we turned it into the printing press for Newsies.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
And then we needed lots of scrap fabric.
Yes.
And thank you, Superior Finish,
Yeah.
for supplying us with your scrap fabric.
Oh, it was great. I mean, yeah, Nat over there, who his daughter was heavily involved here. He was involved here too.
Yeah.
He was like brought 3. I mean, just like the biggest trash bags you can imagine, full of scrap. And then he was like, "If you need more, I've got more than enough." So yeah, we're covered on scraps
Yeah.
too. Yeah. Well, so yeah, all the challenges we've kind of had with this show,
It really has
worked out.
gone up so smoothly, and the cast has been. I mean, they came in pretty much off book for
Yeah.
the first rehearsal. Off book means knowing your lines,
Yes.
and you know, we're now a week and a half out from opening, and we've had 3 run-throughs, and they're completely solid with this script.
I can't wait to see it next week.
And committed to it, and the relationships that they have they're so funny.
Yeah.
And
Well, you know, we're about to talk about what's your favorite part. Is this kind of been your favorite part, or is there a certain favorite part in the show? It sounds like it's been a lovely experience.
it has been a lovely experience. It's like the first half hour is Laura Gregory and Sarah Lipham,
Yes.
and they just carry it, and their relationship it's so funny.
Yeah.
Because they're very different characters, and they play off of each other remarkably well. And then the other women start coming in, and then there are some complications in the day that make some of them excited, and the older salts are really ticked off.
Yeah. And it must have been fun for you to work with Laura Gregory too, because she was like the OG.
She's one of my kids.
Yeah. Her and Adam were like the first 2 interns ever. at
Yeah,
HART,
they
right?
were. And Laura, with my prodding, went to UNCG, which is where I went, and it's where Adam went.
Yeah.
So I ended up with this whole little contingent that I mentored
Yeah.
going through college. And then Laura, and even before that, Laura was Gypsy Rose Lee in
Yes,
Gypsy.
that's right. Yeah.
So she's been a
Here
big
forever.
part of things too.
Yeah, I know she's excited to be back too. Yeah,
So-
I mean, then they are. Everyone in this cast is great.
Yeah.
Well, you know, if we haven't spelled it out for them enough, why should people come and see Washington Place?
You're going to leave feeling that you've honored these women. You're going to leave having gotten to know 5 really remarkable women. Actually, all 7 of these characters have incredible moments, and you're going to feel like this is not just an abstract tragedy that you read about in some book someplace, but something that you will remember because you have honored the people who were part of it.
And you know, I'm really happy that we are presenting this story right now to, you know, something you were kind of saying, and when we were just talking before we started filming, was about kind of the owners of the place and
Oh
kind
my
of
God.
Yeah, talk on that for a second.
Oh my God. The owners of this place, they locked the doors, and they went on to open other factories. They learned nothing. They continued to lock the doors. And the ultimate in insults is they ended up being sued and had to pay the victims' families $70 apiece. But they had insured each one of the victims for $300 apiece, so they made a profit off of every
Death.
person who died.
Terrible. Like, it's just sickening, and it's also I don't know, I think we could probably see some mirroring of that in today's society too, you know? So it's something that I think we are sadly just gonna have history repeating itself, you know, having these.
Well, people always get away with as much as they can get away with.
Yeah.
And these guys, they knew how to play the system, and they learned nothing from this.
Yeah.
So
Well.
So you can't come away feeling better that they got punished, because they don't.
Yeah, exactly. exactly. There's no vengeance there. But this is an incredible play. We are so excited to be presenting it. We're also really excited because David Hopes, the playwright, is going to be here on opening night and both Sundays to have a talk back with the audience afterward. So if you are someone who enjoys those, or if you haven't been to one, they're really fun. Where it's an opportunity to ask questions, to hear from him, to hear from the cast as well. So we invite you to come to those days. To come to whatever day works for you, but specifically those if you want to come to the talk back.
Yep.
And see Steve's return to directing after 2 years away from it.
Maybe three.
Maybe three. I
Yeah,
can't
the last
remember.
thing that I did was the Book of Will.
Oh yeah! Wow. Yeah.
With some of the same people who are in this
Yeah,
cast.
it's true. Yeah, true. Yeah, Kathy.
Yeah,
of
Kathy
course, yeah. So come see Washington Place. It's just 2 weekends only, October 3rd through the 12th. We do have one Thursday performance on the 9th, I believe. So we can't wait to see you there. Tickets, of course, available at hearttheater.org. And we'll see you. Thank you,
Okay.
Steve. Bye.